UNC, I lost twice. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sideline, the Baseline, and y'all already heard me. MB was right when he said what he said. The Bucks. But
the Bucks, baby.
I was hating on him too. He had on that powder blue Jordan outfit, and then he took it off because his background was clashing. And I was hating on the background, and gotta tell him again, we lost again, man, to them powder blue boys. I lost in football. Now we losing in basketball. You know this a COVID year, LB. Losing in basketball.
Y'all taking those L's, huh? Nobody doing good in what's that blue? What they call it in that blue? Nobody. Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, all of them taking L's.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Well, we've been stinking it up, and I thought we were gonna be better than them because we had beat Clemson pretty handedly, and they had lost to Clemson. So
right.
I'm doing that. Shucks, it ain't last. I think they ended up beating us by 4 last night. And Saturday night, not last night. Saturday.
Right.
Night. And looking back at the game, going through, the condensed version, you know how I do that basketball, MB.
Right.
We were chasing them the entire game. So it wasn't like it was a situation where we had to come back. But enough of that Duke UNC stuff, because it don't matter this year because none of us know the players, which is odd. We always know the players to both of those teams. But we do know the players. Tommy Terrific, man. Tommy Terrific did his thing. Tommy Terrific, the GOAT, MB. And the way I started off, our show knows this. Defense still wins championships, I guess. So, MB, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Elaborate on that.
Well, I hate to be that guy. They did a good job of playing over the top, but guys was dropping balls left and right, MB. I mean, if you look at the first play that we thought would be a touchdown to the Cheetah, the ball, you missed the ball, it go through your hands and hit you in the face mask. And then Travis Kelce on that big 3rd and 8 right in his hands. Man, that's difficult. And then you legit, and then Hardman. I still go back on that first 7. He slowed down and be like he saw the safety coming over, man. That first 7 route he had, and I'm like, why he slowed down? Then you see 35 coming to pitch. You say, oh, okay. That's why you slowed down. So they ain't playing touch all the way. If the receivers still think they ain't gonna get another route, they ain't playing touch all the way. I know a lot of people out there say they playing touch, MB. That right there said they ain't all the way playing touch because they still doing what they did when we was playing. Chatter them feet and say, let me make the business decision. So to me, I thought the Bucks did a good job of completely taking away the deep ball. Yes, they did that. But I thought the drops, and I didn't see them being as creative as I thought they would. Like MB, he rolled out a couple times with a one-man route. They kept both. You were talking about chipping. They used chip. They chipped with everybody too. The running back, the tight end, even the slot receiver. And one play in particular, they held the tight end and the slot end and rolled Mahomes to the left and ran a 7 with Tyreek Hill in a one-man route. And I was like, really? And of course, Tampa brought back their famous cover 2. And the corner just kept singing, and he had to throw it out of bounds. And I was just like, wow. Like, I did not see the creativity like I thought before. There we go, MB.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, just to pick back on that, I mean, offensively, I was really disappointed with Kansas City, especially when you're talking about Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. I mean, they didn't make any adjustments, to take advantage or try to or take what Tampa was giving them. The safety was back deep. They stole a game plan or took the game plan from Buffalo that Buffalo did in the previous game. And so now to force Kansas City to run the ball, they didn't run the ball as much. And I knew it was going to be hard to run against Tampa, but Tampa was forcing them to run the ball. We're going to back off, force them. And so I saw that. And but I mean, I saw those drops. I saw what you talked about on third eight with Kelsey, and then I saw the one with Cheetah was a little bit more difficult because the guy put his hand in there, and sometimes just that right there can throw you off, But I mean, to me, from the start, man, I mean, Mahomes never got in rhythm. I mean, they were after him, and I mean, like I told you, that Kansas City didn't do a lot of boots and stuff like that. They should have, But Mahomes he got more time by scrambling, and I think the first quarter, first half, I mean, he almost had more rushing yards than passing yards, just off scrambles, But he never got comfortable in the pocket, and to me, it's like, wow, that was. He's human, because all the great quarterback, even Tommy Terrific, Aaron Rodgers, man, when you get that pressure on them, man, they come back to earth. And what happened, man, with being out 4 different linemen and stuff like that, Tampa getting that consistent pressure. I think they had a Super Bowl record by the end of the game, 27 pressures on them.
Right.
And it just made them look normal and then their DBs was, did a great job of mixing up 2 high covers like Tampa too. I thought the same thing, but they had some 2-man. They had some stuff in there, and they did a great job of matching up and changing that situation. And it just made him hold on the ball longer, which I told you that West Coast offense, man, like it's the timing, and they did a good job of disrupting their receivers, playing off when they need to play off, and then when they need to be on them, pressing them and timing and jamming them and making them hold on to the ball long. And I mean, Todd Bowles did a great job, man.
Well, you're absolutely right. Pat Wagon, man, he probably done switched. He was with Kansas City with me, but shoot, he probably got on a whole Bucks what they call it. It'll be a walking suit by now. Joker probably out here. Hey, he probably at Mom's Venus last night. Talk about where the Bucks at.
yeah, exactly. He probably trying to take a picture with Tommy Terrific, get a shot of the rings, 7 rings, man.
It'll be. Hey, he won the Super Bowl last night.
Yeah. He probably switched at halftime, baby.
I need to check his IG, man. He probably do got a picture with him, Tommy Terrific, and Grunt holding the.
Oh yeah. You know him and Grunt. Him and Grunt party. They party. He probably drove to Tampa last night. All right, him and Grunt. Find out where Grunt hanging out and partying, baby.
LB, he has no shame though. Like if he had that opportunity, he would do it, LB. And I'll be sitting over there like still in unbelief. And I know him my whole life, obviously. But LB, I'd be still like, really? Like, dude, you don't have nothing good to say about this. And you holding the trophy up right in the middle of him, LB. Oh man. So man, it's so amazing, LB. So the Bucks hold them off. They play very well on offense, play very well on defense. LB, their offense didn't surprise me. I will say that. Now, you can't argue Kansas City could have played much better on defense because penalties did kill. They killed themselves with penalties. But I still expected the Bucks to put up 30 points easy. Like that was not what I was concerned with. What I thought would happen is Kansas City wouldn't fall asleep at the wheel on offense, and that was just atrocious, MB. So I'll grab my other thing was the Bucks D holds the most dangerous offense in the NFL to 9 points. MB, I guess we need to focus on how did they do it. I'll read this quote from Mahomes. He said they took away our deep stuff. They took away the sidelines, and they did a good job of rallying to the football and making tackles. We weren't executing early, had a few miscues. Guys weren't on the same page. Credit to them. They played a heck of a game defensively and offensively to beat us. The most disappointing thing that anybody could have said was guys weren't on the same page. MB, 2 weeks for this. 2 weeks for this game. What you mean guys ain't on the same page? What page they on, MB?
Yeah. I saw that comment. I don't know what he called that pressure bust pipe, man. You know, I mean, the Bucks, man, they've been playing like that. They made everybody look like they're on the same page in these playoffs. You know, New Orleans, they made Drew Brees look like he need to retire. Green Bay, you know, made Aaron Rodgers at times didn't look good. You know, I mean, that defense, man, was humming, man. But yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. He broke it down. He put some. He said himself. He got to make better throws. He said, far as he went through the line. He started himself first. He said the receivers, you know, at times ran a different route, or he thought they was going to do something else. So maybe maybe it's like, you know, you see the read and you're supposed to sit in the zone, or you're supposed to make an adjustment if it's pressed, you know, stuff like that, you know. So I could see stuff like that, you know, when you guys.
You can't see nothing like that in the Super Bowl with 2 weeks to prep for it. You
that
can't
pressure,
see
man.
like
that pressure. Well, I mean, but you see it all the time. But that pressure, though, I mean, you see like somebody miscommunication. You think you scramble. You think he's gonna run up. He's supposed to sit down. You think, I mean, little stuff, but not to this magnitude, man. Man, Tampa Bay, man, that defense, man, they just get rid of the smoke, man. They put that thing on it, bro. You know, they put that thing, and that's that pressure, man. That pressure, he probably got double vision. He probably see 3 guys come at him. You know, he see about 2 or 3 Shaq Barretts. You know, he maybe still in concussion protocol, man, or something. You know, they kept that pressure bust pipe, baby.
Wow. So I kind of want to go in another direction, but I'm gonna keep it right there. I'm gonna go move on. We'll come back to my thought, but it's interesting you say that. Tommy Terrific wins his 5th MVP, 7th Super Bowl ring. Is he the GOAT? Or the QB GOAT, MB?
You say what now?
Is that the same thing in the NFL? Is he the GOAT? Or is he the QB GOAT? Or is that one and the same in the NFL?
I mean, it's probably one and the same in regards to when you have that discussion and you're the quarterback and you got championships. I mean, that's when you talk about who was the GOAT before him. A lot of people talked about, you know, Joe Montana, you know, because of the championships and stuff. But when you talk about the GOAT of the NFL, then, I mean, one guy that comes to mind would probably be Jim Brown.
See, and that's why I asked this question.
Yeah, I know.
Said, is he the QB GOAT? Because everybody just keep throwing this GOAT thing around. And in the NBA, we know it's come down to 2 guys. But in the NFL, we never really throw this GOAT stuff around until Tommy Terrific started putting championship after championship after championship. The talk was really back then, who's the best quarterback to ever play? And I agree with you. That was kind of given to Joe Montana. But I've never really heard him be called the GOAT. But this GOAT conversation really took on a life of its own under Tom Brady, MB. So that's why I thought about it. You know, is he the GOAT? He the QB GOAT, or he the GOAT? Or does the NFL not even work like that? We got GOATs everywhere.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think with Joe Montana, you heard some talks, but obviously with Tommy doing what he's doing, you heard the talk even more so. So the talk became that. And when people talk about it, they don't talk about it separated as far as the QB goes and all that stuff. You know, you mark by championships, and whoever got the most championships, right, tend to get that check mark, you know, regardless. But I would agree with you. Like I just told you, my thing is when I think about the GOAT, you know, I think about Jim Brown. You know, I think about Lawrence Taylor, you know. So it is definitely position driven. You think about Jerry Rice, is definitely position driven a lot in the league. And the quarterback, obviously, you know, they they get more recognition than they probably deserve, you know?
Right. And MB, to me, he's not the GOAT. He's definitely the quarterback GOAT, but he's not the GOAT. You name the guy for me, and it's Lawrence Taylor. Like, hands down, to me, changed the game. When you start circling, you start thinking about game changers. Of course, to me, when you think sports, you start thinking the NBA and how they change rules for different guys. And, to this day, there is a strip drill based upon this guy. Like turnovers and this guy are, synonymous with each other. So, listen, we are what, MB, 35, 40 years later, and they are still drafting him every year. Think about that. Like, his physique, guys, wasn't a big, huge, tall, linebackers of old. He was a basketball player out there playing outside backer / defensive end. They still draft guys in his physique, basically for that position, still right now today. And I don't think anybody else can say that. So for me, I guess it's not even close. Because to me, I look at game changers and who stood the test of time. We moved on from all them other guys. We still trying to duplicate one guy, if you ask me, MB.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Shit, I grew up being an LT fan, so you're not going to get any argument out of me.
And it's not because we played with the Giants. I'm for real. I was in San Francisco with Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, who I thought was the best players ever, especially Jerry Rice. And I don't even think, like, Jerry, listen, we done seen Jerry again. Hey, when it really boils down to it, y'all, we done seen him better than Jerry. May not have the numbers.
Yeah, well, they ain't have the numbers. I mean, physically, you see a lot of guys better than him. But I mean, his skill wise, I mean, he's just getting it done. He getting it done. Hey, and those numbers. I was
lying. If we take out the foolishness and black out their pitches, you put him next to T.O., man, I think it's a problem. It's a problem right now, MB. and somehow they ain't make him first ballot. MB, I'm going to say that conversation for the next show, because we got some Hall of Fame talk to be talking about.
Yeah.
And boys upset again, and boys already starting to start their own publicity tour, trying to get themselves in the conversation. Boy, it's happening out here. But so MB, why should he retire? Not that he's even mentioned that. That's just me.
Why should who retire? Tom Brady?
Yeah, right now.
I don't think he should retire. Why retire?
I'm just throwing it out there. Go out, on top.
Nah, man. Tom still want to play. I mean, shoot, I wouldn't retire, especially the numbers he had this year in that system right now. He definitely should come back and do it again. So I didn't see anything like when we talk about like Drew Brees and how he went out. Physically, you were like, yeah, he think he should hang it up. But Tom, he's still playing at a good level. Right. Tampa, based on, I don't know who their projected free agents, whatnot, but the guys that are free agent, they're not going to cost them as much, so they can definitely put that team back again. But
Double A, stop it, Double A.
Double A, I see you, baby. So man, I don't think. Obviously, you brought the question up. You think he should go out on top, pull a straight hand, and just walk off?
Yeah, I think he should walk off, MB, and because ain't nothing like leaving a situation knowing you had you had stuff left in the tank, but you walked off on top without you look at Drew Brees and you looking at him like, man, quit playing. You know what I mean? Like you want to, and if you the GOAT, you don't want to go out like that. But like you say, they're not really losing much. Like you said, same system defensively. They should get better because now he's been around the team for a whole year. Like everything's pointing that direction, but in the NFL, Double A just said it. You one hit away, baby, from all that being shattered. So, hey, I can understand why it's super tough for him to make that decision and to play. I think he said what? He looking for 3 or 4 more years. Didn't he say something like 45 or something?
Yeah. So he what, 43 now. So yeah. He talked about 45,
Right. So I get it, man, but I just think it's dangerous. And Double A just pointed out what I'm looking at. He wanted those away because Drew Brees was breathing, he couldn't even breathe out his nose no more after them ribs went. So it's a tough life. And he was thinking he was still running around, as they would say, free and foot loose, baby. So MB, what happened to KC's offense? What do you think happened to it?
I mean, like I told you, that O-line, man, no protection. Okay. I mean, that's what we was talking about before the show. I mean, that right there, man, to me, Mahomes never got in rhythm, and it started right there, even from the beginning. I mean, with the pressure, I think it was one they was trying to do a wide receiver screen. They read it. He got hit. He was like, he barely escaped. I mean, he never got settled, man. They was just constantly, even when he had time to throw, it was like he didn't have time to throw, and he had to scramble and whatnot, and they was doing a great job. And so, like Todd Bowles said, I'd rather give up 5, 6, 7, 8 yards scrambling than far as him throw the ball downfield. And then you talked about the drops and stuff, especially early in the game you had that. But, man, that Tampa Bay defense, man, that pressure bust Pike, man. And like I said, he became human.
I can't hear that with $500 million, baby. You got to straighten me.
Oh, with what? I mean, right there.
$500 million, you got to make all them throws.
Oh, but it's hard to make throws. Hey, when the dude ain't got time to throw, that dude's out there scrambling for his life.
LB,
those jokers on him.
If you cutting that check, I need all that, bro.
But you know what? He was trying to give him all he got. Like you said, I mean, this joker was throwing it up. He was throwing this. He was trying to force the issues, I mean, they just, that Tampa Bay defense, that's what happened. That they have no protection up front.
I was mad when he pitched it too early on the speed option. Man, he made nobody get nowhere close to you. Of course, Devin White finna run that down. And ain't no threat. There ain't nothing but a tall sweep, FB.
Yeah. Well, they need. Hey, I don't know why they run that play away. He ain't gonna run no speed option. That's how he got hurt last time trying to run a speed option.
Well, yeah, that's on them for.
He was gonna piece that earlier. But that's the thing, man. And then, like we talked about, so Tampa Bay defense, number one, number two, they like Double A said, they still ran their same offense, man. They didn't do enough as far as what they needed to do enough. They needed. I thought halftime is going to come in, make some adjustment, keep some guys in, maybe flood a zone, put 3 receivers over here, keep back in, keep a 6, keep stuff in.
That's the game plan I gave them. I gave them that game plan.
Hey, they didn't do it. They didn't do it at all. They didn't listen. So I was really disappointed in that. But hey, it's just the pressure, man. That pressure. He bleeds too. He was human. You give him. You talking about $500 million, but hey, if they can't protect him, even he needs some protection. He was trying to work his magic, but he couldn't do it, baby. That Tampa Bay defense was on him, and then on the back end, like I said, they did a good job of mixing up. When they played man, they ran with him. I mean, he had to make perfect throws because that coverage there was all over him.
And the final question, MB, where do the Chiefs go from here?
I mean, they still got a great foundation. You're talking about where they go from here. I mean, they still got a great foundation. I mean, guys was hurt. They got to get guys back healthy on the offensive line. All right, they still got the skill positions. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? Let me think more about that.
I'm
They
finna
gotta.
MB. I'm finna break the internet, baby.
Oh, go ahead and break it.
MB.
Because now you say they Golden State now. Go ahead and break it.
MB. I've been telling you that my boy Eric Bieniemy need a job, right? That he need the perfect job, right? That's what I've been arguing about, right? Don't take that job. Who cares? There it is. Andy Reid got to go. And he either retire like this. I'm double A.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
MB.
Hold on, God, Lee. Hey, now we call.
Let me finish.
Finish.
Andy Reid needs to be retired. They need to force him to retire, or he needs to be fired. You hear me? MB, he brought some foolishness to this team. They ain't need that. He brought his son to this team. His son listen, Andy Reid goes all the way back to Philly. You had problems with both of those boys. Then both of those boys come with you. I mean, stay with you in Philly. You lose one of them to an OD at Philly, MB.
Oh, my God.
Wait now. Then you move forward. And now you get one in a hit and run. He's a linebacker coach. They down there with no linebacker coach, MB. Them boys out there winging it, doing their own thing. You brought too many distractions, MB. I don't think Andy Reid's mind was in this game. His son injured 2 kids in ICU. His mind wasn't in this game, MB. You brought them issues with you to this organization, and they need to punish him for doing that. They need to wipe the slate clean,
oh
MB.
My God.
This is way too much. This is way too much, MB.
Oh, my God. Good Lord.
I told y'all gonna break it, man.
I see that. God, Lee.
It's broke, man.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And MB, see, you just thinking about, so he had the Philly incident. He had this incident. In between them, MB, he pulled out a pistol on a guy. This same son pulled a pistol out on a guy. And they swept that under the rug too. He just paid him some money and moved on. Like MB, if this was an NFL player we was talking about, he'd be out the league. This is an NFL player who ran a drug house.
Wait, hold on.
The league.
Hold on now.
Yeah.
Now I knew one of his sons. Is this the same one that was on drugs?
Yes, both of them were, MB. And when they caught him, when the police came to the house to talk to him, eyes bloodshot red, he admitted he was drinking alcohol and on Adderall. Where your script at, dog? He's still a junkie, MB. This the same two that back in Philly, MB, that was running a dope house at Andy Reid crib, which I'm still puzzled. Like, you don't know, bro. You supposed to know the cars at your house, MB. Maybe I'm old school or something, man. I don't just like different people. I don't know. I can't recognize. I got kids. No, bro. I'm gonna understand and know what's going on in my house, and he didn't. And both of those sons was involved with it. He swept that under the rug. He kept them close to him. Then he lost the one to the overdose at the darn facility in training camp. And then this one pulled a pistol out in traffic on somebody after that incident, because both brothers was involved with the dope house. They run a dope house at Andy Reid crib. And then you move on, and this son had this incident right here. MB, it's funny to me that if this was a player, any player, he would never see the light of day again. Somehow this guy was able to, heck, the son that OD'd, had he survived, he'll be a head coach right now. Like, I don't understand it. He'll be a position coach somewhere. MB, whatever happened to background checks? How they were passing background checks, MB? Tell me that. You can't do nothing. You can't work at McDonald's without a background check. How he passing background checks? It's over with, MB. I'm sorry.
I see. Good Lord, I'm. You got the mic. I don't know. Good Lord.
I'm sorry. Miles say he is prescribed Adderall, which I bet a lot of NFL players are as well. I don't know nothing about that, Miles. So you may know the first part, but don't be talking about the second part unless you got proof like you do the second part. You know, he's saying that a lot of NFL players on it. Like, no, bro. I don't know nothing about that. And listen, when you talking about a guy with a drug history, I don't know if Adderall right for him. How about that? and he mixing it with alcohol. What you got to say about that? MB, the team need to be Eric Bieniemy. They need to move on from Andy Reid. That we never even spoke about it, and I didn't on purpose, MB, because I wanted to see what happened. He got to go, MB. You cannot bring this foolishness, this riffraff with you. If this was anybody else, MB, listen, Urban Meyer just lost his job because of a coach doing something on his watch. Think about that, MB. He had to get out of Ohio State for a reason, you know, that was maybe just as devastating, you know, depending on how you look at it. He got ran out of Ohio State for a similar situation as far as like a coach had transgressions, and it was back when he was in Florida. At Florida.
Oh, no, I think that was domestic violence, right?
Correct, but
right.
Did it at Florida. That wasn't new. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They brought up something he did while he was at Florida, not something he did while, you know, he was his head coach at Florida. But at Ohio State, the dude was doing what he was supposed to do. He wasn't doing that no more. But then Urban Meyer had to leave because of that incident that had happened in Florida, and he did nothing about it. So what, Andy Reid? What consequences he got? They running a dope house in your house. You lose a son at the facility. Okay, that ain't enough. Then this same son pull a pistol out on somebody, and then this same son done put kids in ICU. MB, listen, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I can't think of one player that could have survived all that, but somehow he's still surviving, MB. And it's got to stop somewhere. And at some point, people gonna shine a light on it. Okay, people gonna shine a light on what, you know, on this, and when it do, they gonna get up off of it, MB. But I just wanted to blow up the internet first.
Good Lord, you blowing it up. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to respond to that. I don't, you know. I mean,
because you were thinking I'm firing because of a bad game. Yeah, that's what you think.
No, I knew about the because the incident came out a couple of days, I think, before the game about his son, right? So I saw that part, you know.
But you didn't know. I guess you didn't put together the history all the way.
Well, I thought it was I didn't have the whole entire history. I thought I knew about the one son down of an overdose, so I didn't know if this was the same son, you know.
It was both.
As far as hope of them, I knew one son passed away, so I didn't know this guy had you know, hands wasn't clean as well.
Correct.
But I don't know, you know, it is. Yeah, I mean, you got the father's love, and
they just got off of our boy Josh Gordon for weed, bro. For weed. That's his issue. Mm-hmm. He can't never see the light of day again because he smoked weed.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, MB. At some point, we got to talk about this. How he still got a job. And listen, you got to think about the law, the ramifications from this too. I wonder if these people going to go after not just Brett Reed, but may go after Kansas City. Go after the Chiefs. Why y'all letting a dangerous guy like this? Because he got history, MB. How y'all letting a dangerous guy like this be a part of y'all organization? We want to touch y'all pockets too.
Mm-hmm.
We about to come see y'all too. MB, this ain't going away, MB. Just remember.
You say what?
This ain't going away.
No doubt.
And the reason why I brought it up, because MB will tell y'all I don't like going in your highs. But the reason why I brought it up is because he put this team in a tough situation, got their focus. What? We weren't on the same page. Why? Generally, MB, let's think about it. Focus is why you ain't on the same page. Practice during the week. The situation. You wasn't all the way there. MB, think about it. We would draw up how we gonna play this route, how we gonna play that route, how we gonna play this route, how we gonna play that route, and we played it. We practice. And so when the game time came, wasn't no, oh, we wasn't on the same page. I ain't know you was gonna drop the tight end when you done dropped him 10 times this week, MB, and let him carry to me. I know he coming. See, MB, I started putting this involved in it. Yeah, it's a reason why we ain't on the same.
No conspiracy theory.
We ain't got no focus out here.
And you saying the sun is the reason?
I'm saying no. I'm just saying we're not. Okay, watch this. You already know how this go because we played in New York. Do you not think the question was asked to every single player out there? So how do you feel about Coach Reed not being here with you guys and sharing in this moment? You know they gonna twist it all kinds of ways to sucking you in the MB. We used to have to talk about everything, and I'm like, first of all, I ain't even one of the players. Why did y'all in my face asking me about this fool?
Right.
Go over there to straight hand. hey, go over there to Eli somebody, MB. Don't come to me with that fool. I don't know what's going on. I just work here. Hey, I'm just doing this interview so I don't get fired.
Well, you own him, boy.
Think about it.
Own him.
That's what I told him.
So Klew, like I said, I don't know the history. I'm sure you did your research on it. So, but what about obviously you're right. I mean, it's a reason why he's in that position because his name, Andy Reid, that's his dad. And but what about the story of he felt like he turned his life around, he changed, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, redemption, man. Is there any
Reed needs some redemption, man? He just want to get high.
Hold on, is it any redemption in that regards? Because you talking about Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon. MB
say whatever you want, but he keep failing a weed test.
I don't know what test he failing. It could be. I'm sure you know. So, but he's a guy that you think, and not to say, he getting suspended for weed, and that's and it's legal now. And I never smoked weed in my life, but I don't know what the thing. But he's a guy that's got a lot of chances, but obviously he's been suspended, right? But
you're right. How many times has Brett been suspended?
but what I'm saying, as far as that, is it any room for redemption in the sense
Absolutely not, MB. The dude can't pass a background check, man. I know people got this warped mindset to think that just because different NFL players done did some stuff out of bounds, these guys squeaky clean when it comes to the law, man. 98%, 99% of these guys are squeaky clean when it comes to the law. Bro, this guy can't get a job at the convenience store, MB. He can't get in the convenience store, but he can go coach in the NFL, bro. It's something ain't right about that.
And listen, I'm not gonna defend try to defend him, but but what I think about, I know some organizations, right? Character is huge, and they wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. They take you off your board, right? Other organizations are like, you know what? I'm good with that. We'll give him a chance. Right? Kansas City for me seemed like the type of organization that's and I can't, based on outside looking in, that they're about second chances. Because you look at the Cheetah, right? The Cheetah has some. You talk about he's got some issues when he came out the draft that affected him, right? You talk about the honey badger, right? He has some, if I'm not mistaken, some drug issues as well, right?
Weed again. I don't know about cheetah, but honey badger was weed again.
Right. So, and then there's some other guys on there as well that had some type of, when you talk about a record, right? They got some other guys that had some stuff on there as well, you know?
Listen.
So is it when you have that type of mindset, you know, everybody's different. Is that why he's there? You know?
MB, you running a dope house. You got a trap a $5 million trap house, bro. I'm with you, Miles.
But all that stuff is public, right? So the fact when they hire Andy Reid, right, and Andy Reid's like, okay, I'm bringing my son, they could have easily vetoed him, like, nah, you can't do it, you know? Because I know as a friend of mine, right, that just won the Super Bowl, right, on Tampa staff, right, that he got something dealing with dogs. And when he was trying to get hired at Arizona, they could not hire him because of that.
Well, there it is.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying from an organizational standpoint, right, it's not like Andy Reid, and like I say, I ain't trying to defend this dude at all. I don't even know this guy. I'm just trying to understand it. From an organization standpoint, all this stuff, like you got read, all this stuff is public knowledge. Like you said, one of his son died at the facility, right? Right. Management could have been like, because it's not like he came with power. Like he got fired from Philly. So it's not like he just won a Super Bowl and da-da-da-da. No. So they could have easily been like, you know what? Hey, we want you, but you can't bring your son with you. We don't want that part. So from an organization standpoint, somebody had to sign. They signed off on it, Klew.
And that's why they gonna be liable in this lawsuit. See, I done hear everything. All you doing is helping me. Keep talking to me. I'm listening. Exactly what you just pointed out.
So you got a contract right now. You're like, okay, that's why we go, because y'all knew, right?
So when they announce first in this lawsuit, you will not be shocked, will you?
Yeah.
Will you?
You say what now?
When this go out, right? And they name first, the Kansas City Chiefs organization is named first on that lawsuit, it ain't gonna shock you at all, is it? Because you just told me why it's gonna be on there. That's all I'm saying. Now, what this say, LB?
Oh, they talking about the thing where they're talking about with Tariq Hill. He's explaining exactly what happened. You know, that's what happened with him because it affected him when he came out.
He grabbed her for 5 seconds. What now? So spoke with one of the Miami coaches. He told me about Tyreek Hill while at Oklahoma State. His girlfriend hit him in the face with an ashtray. He grabbed her for 5 seconds. Oklahoma State threw him out of school. Then went to Akron, enrolled. The president of Akron said, we don't want him. Vote the scholarship. Then our current coach at Miami called coach at West Alabama, who was his friend, and Hill got a second chance and never looked back. True story. Appreciate you, Vic. Yeah. Appreciate you. That's huge.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, some organizations, they won't even take a chance with you, and some of them believe in the second chance once they get all the facts. You said what?
Oh, I ain't saying that.
No, Shelly's saying something.
What Shelly say? She gotta get on. Don't be doing her like this.
No, she throwing a side shot at she giving a little more background information with Tariq with the cheetah's girlfriend. She was saying she was making an assumption over here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, still, you know, he got. Hey, listen. You know what time it is, boy. So you can't even get no close to no woman now. That's a whole nother situation.
Yeah, no doubt.
However, I'm just stating.
I got you. I got you. Look, hey, Double A call you Maddox.
Hey,
Matlock.
hey, I grew up on that. That was my favorite show coming up too, baby. Why you doing me like this, Double A? I used to love Matlock,
I mean,
baby.
you own it, man. You own it. I mean, like I said, man, I ain't defending. I'm just trying to follow you. I'm just trying to carry on a conversation with you. I'm just throwing out some what ifs or this and that, or just trying to.
You've been on it. I'm gonna tell you that. I agree with you. You ain't said nothing that's gonna make me talk opposite. I think we on the same page.
Yeah,
you just being way kinder, and I think Miles appreciated better the way you doing it. But I appreciate you, Miles, man. Hey, we love you too. But I think what sometimes stuff like this need to be said, and guys need to be challenged, because here's the deal, MB. When this stuff happens, I put that on there earlier, MB. But when this kind of stuff happens, let's think about it. MB, you on Miami staff, and they got a need you think I can fill in. Let me tell you how real it is out here, y'all. I make a phone call, MB walk in there and put his name on me, and I show out. MB, who they looking at first?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Listen, they don't even know me. It's like the mafia around them, man. He a friend of ours or a friend of yours, baby.
Right.
LB say he a friend of ours. So what LB just said, baby, is if something go down with me, they gonna knock on LB door and take him in the basement first. Then get me later, but they gonna knock MB off first, and that's what I'm saying. See, Andy Reid put his name on him, MB. That's all I'm saying. He said he's a friend of ours, baby. You know what I mean? And so he got to go because of that. It's really that simple to me. I ain't even going deeper than that, LB.
Wow. So he's out. So right now he's out. All right. I mean, you like I said, you I know you did so you saying Andy Reid, he should be out right now.
He gotta go. First thing smoking, MB. It ain't even hard. Like, again, everything I'm talking about happened, and it's Google approved. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even. I remember the thing. I remember in Philadelphia, because I just kept asking the question: how can they be running a dope house, having a trap house at your house? Like that just never registered. MB.
So that was at his house, Klew?
Real.
Was it at Andy Reid house?
Hey, listen, I ain't researched this again, but that's what I felt when it happened.
Oh, okay, okay.
Way back when. So okay. I can't be 100% on that one, but that's what I was thinking back then.
Okay. I was like, look, boy, you going for the throw.
See, it ain't even that deep though, MB. That's just another situation.
No,
again, I just gave you an example of a big time coach that now got another job that I guarantee you ain't come with him this time. The same dude that was with him in Florida and Ohio State, he ain't bringing him to Jacksonville. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's a good point. So is there any cases for, like, I mean, obviously this is son third strike based on your what happened, but is there any room for second chances?
And at this level, MB?
Yeah, yes.
I think that's hard. Like it's just like
hold on.
Watch this. It's just like a player. When your foolishness outweighs your value, you got to go.
So, but I'm saying though,
why don't same kind of look? Ain't that's what happened to both T.O. and Chad Johnson? They weren't done physically, but their foolishness outweighed what they could do for the team.
Right. So yeah, no doubt.
And they never did one single thing illegal, not one.
So for you, if somebody do something illegal, would you give them a second chance, Klew?
Who?
if somebody do something illegal, would you give them a second chance?
Again, if they foolery is outweighed by
Oh,
what
okay.
they do to the organization, that's what we see all the time.
So tolerate them until you can replace them. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, in your words, but mine is what we've always witnessed. This ain't something new. Y'all attacking me as if I'm saying something that hasn't been happening every single year, every single that comes in. Once he does enough foolishness, that his value starts to drop.
Then you gotta go
in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Thanks, Double A. Somehow me and Double A on the same page.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm just switching to more report. I'm asking you questions because you passed about the subject. So you're saying, right now you're saying Andy Reid, his son's foolishness outweigh Andy Reid's value to the organization then, because you're saying we need to get rid of him based on that same way.
Right. And we got somebody in waiting that we feel like we believe in. And MB, we're at a moment right now in our society where, people are trying to go back to this character thing that's been ignored for some decades now.
Mm-hmm.
People are trying to hit the reset button around here, MB.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That's all I'm saying. In our society as a whole, they trying to hit the reset button. And I don't think the NFL is immune to it.
No, they're not. They're not. Yeah, they're not. Trust me, if they want to get rid of you, they'll find a way. If they want to keep it, they'll find an excuse. Right. So I'm just like I said, I'll just switch to the reporter. So I'm trying to understand what you're saying so you can break it down.
Well, that's why I told you I wanted you to get yours out first. Because I knew I was going to drop a bomb in there.
Yeah, you definitely dropped the bomb. I'm like, okay.
That's why I said, you like, why you keep asking me this? Listen, I need you to get this out. Because for what I'm finna do, if we finna take over.
Yeah, I hear you.
I didn't want you to go, I didn't want us to cut off. You felt like you ain't said that.
Wow, Double A said
away with earlier, B.
All right, Double A said he felt like it cost them the Super Bowl, huh?
There we go. Bring it on, man. That's why y'all in here, man. That's why we respect y'all. We know y'all keeping y'all ear to the ground around here in these streets, man. It's real. It can't happen, MB. And it's a track record of it happening and you having no control over the situation. Because it continues. And MB, y'all correct me if I'm wrong too. He hit and ran, MB. He didn't even stop. He hit the people and kept going.
Did he?
Y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
Let me see.
They pulled him. They came and got him at his house, MB. The accident was on the exit. They got him on at his house.
I'm trying to read it now.
Oh, Nick Saban and these second chances. Vic say no way they couldn't block for Mahomes. Had nothing to do with Reed's son. Hey, we were just accustomed to it in New York, Vic. But they used to start all kinds of foolishness. I mean, it was like, it used to be like the reporters were so smooth in New York, Vic. They would come to you with something you ain't heard about. Wouldn't they? You like, what? Like, what? For real? You ready to hurry up and get away from them so you can ask somebody if that really happened. You're like, golly. Hey,
it don't look like it was hit and run, Klew.
Oh, okay.
Klew trying to kill him. Hey, Klew ain't playing around, golly.
So LB, yo, remember Foster used to say, "Look, team, this is what. Listen, whatever is in this room stays in this room. This is what's going on. We walk right out to the media, and they be like, So Coach Fossil feels like you guys are just gonna win all the way through. You like who? Like somebody got to record it. You know I was always a clown. So I'm sitting there rolling. I'm laughing at the people. They think I'm crazy. I'm like, boy, y'all good, boy. Y'all good. I just heard this 5 minutes ago, so how you know?
Klew, so let me ask you this question. So what's the name? I think Double A made this statement. I want to see. He said Andy Reid should never got on a bus. What's your thought about that?
MB, I don't think I know he should be fired, bro.
No, I'm asking you, do you think
that's all jokes aside? There's no place for him in the NFL if you would keep bringing this problem with you. Like, what could your son be doing if he wasn't with you? Let's ask that question. With those kinds of charges behind him, with what he had to go through, where could he work? Forget, what he's doing. And the simple fact that he's had a second, third, fourth, because that's the only thing we know about. With guys like that, with people who have had drug issues, there's way more stuff we don't know nothing about. And stuff that the cops didn't even get involved with, and probably other stuff that Andy was able to catch before it got to the cops, paying people off.
Klew going at him. Good Lord, Klew.
So my problem though is MB, if you know this is an issue and you've seen you can't control it, why would you bring that to somebody else's table? When your kid's bad, keep them at home, man. Don't take them folks to my house talking about, we coming to have dinner with us. I'm gonna put my hands on your child, okay? So you keep you and them at your house, okay?
Klew, you OC, man. You out of control, man. Golly, you are out of control, man. You are out of control, bro.
Hey, LB.
Yo, you got Double A. He right there with you. You got a partner in crime right there with you.
Hey, LB, you old school. You know good and well you bring your crew together. Look, now we finna go to so-and-so. I don't want no issues out of none of y'all. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a problem when we get up out of there if one of y'all show out. Or my mama tell me, if you show out, I'm showing out. We gonna show out together. So look, LB, if you already knew that wasn't what you need to be bringing with you, man, keep your kids at home, man. You was making enough to just keep paying it. He could have been prepping cards or something, or watching film for you at home, and then you paying him with your money. But MB done told y'all, he done laid out the groundwork. How these people finna come after Kansas City Chiefs too? You don't know.
All right, I did the background work, huh?
Hey, he didn't even know he was doing it. But
I was working.
The groundwork. They don't sideline the baseline to see how to come after him.
Oh man.
Yes, so Andy Reid gotta go. I knew you was shocked. You say all that Super Bowl have MB, and that's all that's all we put down for them notes. Oh no, it's coming. It's coming, MB.
It's coming.
Don't sleep on it, LB.
I see. Nah, man. I can't. I'm every day I show up. I'm like, okay, what's about to go down? It's about to be something.
Hey, this don't look right. More than this happened.
So Klew, man, get him, Klew.
Well, that's where we at, man. Don't put it on me, but we gonna see what happens.
Yeah. And
as this media starts to really start chewing on this thing, and as the outrage from the Kansas City establishment, fan base, obviously these people gonna be speaking out when their kids are,
well, listen. whenever you lose like that, right? And you're basically the next coming of the greatest show on turf or whatever you want to call it. And
Right.
it's only so much the O-line can take blame,
Right.
And when you talk about the non-adjustments that we talked about earlier before you got on your Andy Reid need to be fired,
Right.
rant is, trust me, is and you just said it, New York media is a great example, but it's 9 out of 10 guys more like you in this regards that's going to be like somebody's got to pay for this, and it may roll down to Andy Reid,
It'll be Foster got fired because he lost control of the team. He had no discipline. When did that happen?
Right.
I'm like, what? What y'all just said? Excuse me. There wasn't no discipline. Who?
But I'm just saying, like you say, somebody gonna pay for this loss.
You see what I'm saying? Who was around there doing anything they wanted to do, LB? Right. I didn't know that person.
Right.
But they make that thing, like you said, they'll spin it in whatever direction they need.
Heads got to roll. I'm sure there's already some article right now blaming them.
Yes, sir. There it is, double A heads got to roll. And I think we need to get on that, LB.
No
we appreciate y'all for pulling up, stopping through, hollering at us, because you know us, baby. We give it to you here first. Now, after y'all start seeing this on ESPN and whatever else y'all looking at, Fox Sports, you going to say, golly, my dogs over there, boy. They was on this a week ago. They was on this 2 weeks ago. And I don't even know if they talking about it, MB, because, I try to stay away from it. So I might be lying already. I don't know. I don't know if anybody mentioned it.
No, I'm sure everybody, they talking about this.
What now?
Oh, no, I'm looking at Vic, what he's saying about far as the cap situation.
Oh, no. Listen, they'll make it work.
Yeah, no doubt.
Clearly with quarterbacks, Vic, and this real quick, and we see it all the time. Shucks, this has been the way for decades now, MB. They'll get a quarterback some more money up front and spread out his deal more to make it more cap friendly, and then they'll start parading and saying how great of a person Mahomes is for restructuring his deal. And I'd be like, man, he didn't lose no money though. Right. They gave him some more money, some more guarantee, LB.
They just guaranteed.
Tom Brady does such a great job of working his deal. Man, look at it. He ain't lost a dime. So they gonna make a way, man. They gonna keep those guys together. It just probably ain't gonna be Andy Reid making sure it happens. Hey, I came off a little hard, however, and I actually have always been a huge fan of Andy Reid. Always, MB. But the truth is the truth, bro. It is. You know what I mean? If we ain't gonna see it, we can't hold punches for you. Because you got out. It is what it is.
So I'm trying to read the article right now. Go ahead, babe.
We appreciate y'all coming through, man. And we'll see y'all on Friday Night Live. Friday Night Live.
Friday Night Live.
Oh.
Klew, you out of control today.
Great. Miles, we appreciate you, bro. We'll see you next time. Sideline to baseline with MB and K.
Hold on. We got to come up with a nickname for you.
We are gone.
Pat Wagon. We got to get you Pack something. Pack up. We got to come up with a name for you. Pat Wagon. We got Pack Jim, Pat Wagon. Pack them up. You got to come up with something for you.
I ain't fine everybody, MB. Not everybody. This just happened one time. This the first 5 I done had. And you done made me be out there.
Mm-mm.
Did you end it?
No, I didn't end it. You got it.
Yeah. Go ahead, because I didn't. My